it's Hamish from Godthrymm here in the next installment of this new Godthrymm video series. Thank you very much for the encouragement and nice comments in regards to doing this. That's great. It seems like there's things to be interested in us to talk about, and I had asked if there was anything you're particularly interested in. Then please do say, and that gives the theme of today's video. The bulk of what I'm going to be talking about is talking about being a singer, being a singer, being a singer in a rock and roll band. So we will get on to that in just a sec. First, though, I want to quickly mention the new Decibel magazine, which just came through in the post to me this week. I love Decibel magazine, legendary magazine, great people. Obituary on the cover. I love Obituary. This is so awesome. Think of Dinosaur Jr. and Jay Mascis, who I also love very much. But check this. Decibel Flexi series. Godthrymm is a part of it. We are so proud and so just amazed to be a part of this series. So thank you so much, Decibel. Incredibly, our dear friends Strigoi are on the next Flexi as well. So we're like neighbors. That's nice. So that is so cool. So thank you. And also, check this. Whoa. Top 20 most anticipated albums of 2023. They've got us in it with the album Distortions coming out in Profound Lore, produced by Andy Hawkins. Release date summer 2023. How cool. Thank you so much, Decibel. Thank you, Albert. And thank you, everyone involved in there. It's such a great honour and such an amazing mag and such, esteemed company. So, wow. Thank you. So, today, singing. So, I've got a bit of a history with singing. Going way back to back in the old Solstice days, in fact. So, my first performance with Solstice live was actually singing. Simon had left Solstice shortly after the Halcyon EP, and the band found themselves with a couple of gigs booked, but without a singer. So they had a couple of different people step in as guest vocalists. At Huddersfield, there was myself and also Maurice Ingram, and there was also a show in London as well that had myself doing a couple of songs. I think I did Time to Tide and Absolution, which I loved from the As Empires Fell demo, and I think Morris did Only the Strong, and Tom Phillips from While Heaven Wept also did a couple of songs as well. I can't remember. In fact, he might have started off doing this. It's been a while since, but so singing was my first thing that I did with Solstice, and my gosh, that's a while back, but it was fun. That was good. So prior to New Dark Age, Morris was the singer. I was guitarist, and we were keen to bring in some vocal harmonies. Musically, we were obviously very influenced by bringing in some of the English folk influences. We're very much into Pentangle, Richard Thompson, Fairport Convention, and wanted to incorporate some of that into the dark doom music we're creating, and it would be very cool to have some vocal harmonies in as well. So me and Morris had a play around with that, where like be in the kitchen of my folks' house with acoustic guitar and playing, very much formative versions of some of the riffs and songs, and we would be trying to come up with some vocal harmonies over the top. And we were really into that idea, and so thought it'd be nice just to take it a step further. and so to look into having some singing lessons. We looked in the newspaper, local, little local newspaper, like, oh, bird sits on bench. Oh, says man, that kind of thing. So, local girl drops ice cream. Aw, sad. So we're looking in the ads at the back, and singing lessons. Cool, because we need singing lessons, obviously. No. And it was advertising the first lesson being free. Free is good. So we thought we've got to do that. So we went over to Brighouse. It was on a Saturday morning. Drove over, found the place. It was like a community centre, community hall type kind of thing. And we walked through and then found a whole group of kids, about 7 or 8 years old, that kind of thing. And then this lady, a teacher, coming up to us, equal parts confusion and concern, to say, can I help you, gentlemen? And with long hair, all in black, looking, somewhat out of place. Everyone else is, it's like a, junior school assembly or something. And there's us there, who are these, bigger boys at the back of the room? And we're like, we came in regards to the advert for the free singing lesson, and they were really nice. They were really good. They, she had like an older student as did something, who said, can you take these chaps into another room and give them a vocal lesson? So this guy, he's probably just a teenage lad, takes us into this other room, and he's sat at piano, and has Morris and myself stood there, and he goes through some things with us, which was great. Talking about breathing and how to hold your throat, and projection from your diaphragm. So some physical bits and pieces, but also some really interesting, useful tips in regards to harmony stuff, and like saying how to be, really kind of pronouncing each of your words, and ensuring that you're syncing up all the sibilances with each other, so you're not getting like a scattered ta-ta-ta, sa-sa effect. Everyone's got to be hitting the same consonants, on point. And then he was referencing Abba quite a bit, and on about them as being the gold standard, and we're like, talking to us about Abba, we're northern extreme metal musicians. Of course we love Abba. God damn it! So it was really good. So it was a real nice thing that kind of came from that. And then we went to the studio. The legendary Academy Studios, with so many great albums recorded there. But we were very tight on time, and we started doing some of the vocal harmony stuff, and our vocalists didn't really kind of seem to gel too well together. I don't know, just the voices, but we didn't have too much time to kind of play with that. So Morris ended up doing all of the vocal layers. He was always do the keep anyway, but we had vocal lines on like Hammer of Damnation, which then he did all of, so it was slightly different than how we did it live, but it was still pretty cool. It's still a great song. Some stuff on Cromlech that we just didn't do at all. It just dropped off, and so I didn't have any vocals recorded then, despite the fact that I was doing vocals at that point, doing a bit of live vocals. And then when I first started performing with My Dying Bride, that was just guitar only. But Aaron's such an amazing singer, or should I say vocalist, as he would say himself, and he's right, in that he's more than a singer, he's a vocalist. He's got these different vocalizations, the singing voice, the growling voice, the shrieks, the incredible narration that he does. It covers a vast area, and and he's just fantastic. And so on some stuff on albums he'd recorded multi layers of vocals. And so if you saw My Dying Bride from about 2007 to 2013, then you will have clocked me doing some backing vocals. I did quite a lot of backing vocals in that time, old songs and new songs as well. And remember having some nice times doing one European tour with Talanas were out with us as well, and hang around with those guys quite a bit, and backstage would be singing all together, like the chorus of Perpetual Funeral, such a great song that is, and we had a lot of fun with that. But I never recorded any vocals with My Dying Bride. Of course, Aaron's got that, just nailed. I did contribute some ideas to some vocal parts, vocal melodies, harmony bits, like on Porous Waltz. Aaron had written the lyrics, and just asked at one point, well, what do you think I could do with here, and then started off with a bit of an idea, and he then ran with it and recorded some great vocals there. But no, I never did. Strangely though, I did record a little bit of a vocal with Vallenfyre. Blink and you miss it kind of job. Because of course Greg was vocalist there. But when we were doing the last album, and we then settled on the album title, Fear Those Who Fear Him. It was a line in a lyric Greg had written for one song, and he had a few ideas for titles, but that just kind of really stood out to me. And I was saying to him, that's such a great title, Fear Those Who Fear Him. Why not have that? It's so cool. And Valtteri agreed as well, and Greg agreed and went with it. Had as I say, a couple of things that had been floating around, but that just seemed really strong. The intro, as it had been demoed, didn't have any vocals on it at all, but and suggested have some vocals, just kind of repeating at the start, just reinforcing the title, and that'd be really cool. And that's going, fear those who fear him, fear those who fear him. Greg's doing one of the voices, and I actually do whispering the voice of Fear Those Who Fear Him as well. So I do actually have a little bit of vocal on there. I did record a little vocal on Dead World Breathes, where it's I just screamed exactly that. It's just at one point, Dead World Breathes. But that got deleted when I was out of the control room, and it was never mentioned again. But it was a shame. I thought it was quite cool. But yeah, I was just doing, just screaming that on that little song. So that would have been the other bit, but as I say, delete. So that takes us up to Godthrymm. I didn't initially intend to be the vocalist. At first, the band itself was just old friends with, shared history, getting together and just, enjoying each other's company again, and the music that we used to be a part of, and just, jamming that out, and it was fun. Originally, Mark, who had sung for Solstice and, demo era Solstice, was going to be the vocalist. He'd been doing his own band, CST, which I was a part of back in 94, 95, and so wanted him to come and reconnect with his Doom singing again, and we were hanging out, writing some new stuff, and it was fun. We'd booked the studio, and as that was getting closer, it was just clear it just wasn't kind of really progressing. With Mark doing the vocals, and he needs to be doing his own thing anyway. So he's steering his own ship with CST, so that's kind of cool. But we had the studio booked, and then we really wanted to just get in and record these songs, and I was at home we were watching Moana, the Disney film, with the girls. It's a great film. It's a great film, just full stop. It's fantastic, and I just got really kind of inspired by the idea of the Earth kind of coming to life and reclaiming its own beauty, and just kind of sat down and wrote out the entire lyrics to that song, and it just sequentially and just kind of came out. Just no revisions. It was just straight away. That is the lyrics to the song. Next rehearsal, I'll say to the guys, I've got these lyrics. I want to belt it out vocally, and belt it out. I bloody did. Oof. Ah! Hark, a voice, the hell. So it kind of worked. Everyone seemed to be kind of into it, and I was like, wow, this is it's like exciting, different thing to do. So we did that EP, and then it kind of felt like, all right, the band's actually becoming more of a kind of a serious concern. I got cold feet again, just thinking, shit, I need someone else doing vocals. I can't really do this on my own. I'd been in bands for a couple of decades by this point, but not being up front. I mean, I would sometimes do just like charity gigs and things like that, just and stuff for fun, where I would sing. I've always enjoyed doing the odd Danzig cover and things like that, and you make me feel like Danzig. So we do a bit of that, but no, seriously fronting a band. So I wanted someone else, like safety in numbers. So that's where Danny came in and share vocal duties, alternate on some songs, harmony stuff in there, and that was really, really cool. But once again, that's someone who wants to do his own thing, and that's great. So going into the studio to record Reflections, then I found myself like doing all the vocals again, and we had such a great time in the lead up to recording the album, doing a fair few shows with that 3-piece lineup we had. That was great. We had a good time, and so that had built up a bit of confidence, and so I was quite happy to do it. It was still very much, rather than singing, it's a bit like kind of bellowing in key, really, shouting at appropriate points on the songs. But it seemed to be more of a confidence about it, and more into it, and yeah, it's cool, but yeah, it's great. I'm super proud of that album, love it. But certainly the end of "See As My Grave" is maybe a little bit wobbly on reflections. Oh god. But moving forward to Distortions, so the writing process for this was over a longer period of time, and Catherine, of course, having become totally into the band as well. We did the Vastness Silent EP, and she became totally ensconced in the band, and contributing vocal ideas and melodies and harmonies and stuff. It was cool, and again, that's just like really like, okay, wow, it's inspiring to really up my game and make things as good as could be. And because of how it was writing and demoing the albums over a good period of time, we could experiment quite a lot more, trying different tones, different voices, different ways of approaching songs, and just seeing what kind of worked best and what really complemented the song the most. And in doing so, was singing a lot more and felt really confident with a lot of what I was doing. And as such, there's a real variety of vocal on this next album, with some stuff being very clean, some stuff being a lot more dirty, and a lot more harmony as well. So even from myself, multi-layered. So so I am very keen for that to come out. I can't wait for people to hear it and check it out, because really quite proud of what I've done, feel very accomplished, and this is really, really cool. And I can't wait for people to hear this stuff. I can't wait for us to start playing it live as well. We've got some gigs coming up now. We're playing this weekend as well, which is so super exciting. First show with Al this weekend, which is great. The way the new music has been, I mean, it was great fun, just having, single guitar lineup, but we had, my dear friend, Ben Ash, what a superstar, come and join us for a guest spot at one gig. He came and rehearsed with us, and we did, we did a gig, and he came and played We Are the Dead with us, and we also then did a couple of covers for fun as well, and it was great. And the feedback we got back from that was like, oh, it was amazing, hearing it with a 2-guitar lineup, and the way I've written stuff for the new album, it's very layered guitar wise, and you need the harmonies, you need the separate parts there, so we needed another guitarist. So that's where Al comes in, and he's even played on one of the songs on the new album, so he's on there. That's cool. So rehearsals have been sounding great. So we've got Catherine doing keys and vocals, which is brilliant. So Al playing guitar alongside Bob, Sean, and myself. It's really cool. It's really exciting. So I'm very much looking forward to this show. I'm very much looking forward to the Parish gig as well. It's a bit of a birthday gig, and with some dear old friends with us as well. Of course, we've got Blasphemer, death metal legends, old chums. Used to be on the same bills back in the day, which is great. Oaken Throne, which is a newer band, and they're awesome, but it's dear old friends of ours, and you're just amazing. You're gonna love them. And Sound of Origin, a real kick-ass, younger, newer band who are brilliant. So looking forward to seeing them. That's going to be a great night. And so I'm going to make a point of getting video footage and talking to people and just getting stuff together for the next video, which I think is going to be really cool, because I'm enjoying doing this. I think it's interesting. I like reaching out and connecting. I hope you like it too. And of course, if there is anything you want me to talk about, or any questions or anything, please do present them, and we can work it into this, because it's exciting times. We've got some cool stuff going on. So I'm going to get the other guys in the band more on screen as well, talking about various bits and pieces, and introducing themselves and chatting a bit about what we've got coming up, because there's a lot of exciting things going on. So until next time, I'm just gonna simply say, have a great weekend, be safe, be well, behave, and I shall catch you all super very soon. Until then, rah! Mwah! Bye bye.